Welcome back folks, Fuzzfinger here bringing you more PS4 Star Ocean, The Last Hope. And today we have made a long journey, haven't we, through the Guardian on Mothership. So today we are going to be facing off against the dungeon's biggest challenge, and that is the final boss. And it's quite a tricky one as well. What I have done off camera in between episodes is just done a little bit more farming for skill points. So once again, all of my character skills are maxed out. And I've got some party skill points to spare as well. That said, I haven't done a lot of experience farming. My levels could be higher, quite frankly. But in my opinion, levels do come as the game progresses, but skill points are something you always want to stay on top of. Okay, so as I said, it's been quite a journey through the Guardian on Mothership. So make sure you've saved up, make sure you're healed up, and let's get ready to face the boss challenge.
So this is the Grigori. Everyone, please step back. I have never had an opportunity to destroy a Grigori before, but this should be sufficient.
What? Hey, Bacchus!
Cover your ears. Explosive power of a specialized warhead was sufficient. My calculations were correct.
They must have been very, precise calculations.
Well, anyway, our work here is done. Now the Guardianon will... What's that? Guardianon from before.
Are we too late? The last of our epiphanies. Inferior beings, you shall have no forgiveness!
Listen to me, please! The Grigori, the epiphanies of guidance, they're dangerous! The evolution they cause isn't natural! If you keep this up, you'll meet the same fate as your home planet!
We have become gods! The epiphanies of guidance have made us gods!
You're not becoming gods! You're becoming irrational monsters! Nobody should want that!
The epiphanies of guidance have made us all who are one! All who are one! We are gods! Gods of the cosmos!
It's no use, Edge. He's not going to listen to anything we say.
But...
Inferior beings, you shall be crushed unto dust!
What is happening to him?
Wait, this is...
Yes, what we saw on Lemris.
His body is getting all weird,
Why? Why did this have to happen? Damn it! Damn it! Damn it all to hell!
Historio in Arion.
Right, so the trick for this boss is to try and stay somewhat at range. But I do recommend controlling Edge, and I do recommend attacking this guy from the front, because his tail and everything can be really quite nasty. So don't try and get too close to him, and obviously watch his rush gauge, because that's going to mean that he's not going to be able to be stopped with his powerful attacks, etc. Now he is resistant to fire attacks, and he is resistant to wind attacks. And as you can see, his rush gauge is quite nasty. Let's see if we can just move out of here. And you are going to rely a lot on Limmel's healing. Let's just move out of the way again, since he's in rush gauge mode. So he has a lot of attacks that target just in front of his body. And also a lot of his attacks are going to break your bonus board as well. So let's just move away from him again. And just keep the damage coming on. Let's go into rush mode with Edge. And just keep on those combos. Basically, my strategy is to just keep the combos on and stay on top of healing. But try and keep everyone at range as much as possible. And since he's in rush mode again, the boss, I'm going to try and move out of the way here. Which means not standing in front of him. Oh yeah, that's a nasty ability as well. And that will break your bonus board if you're hit by it. It just basically lives in rush mode, doesn't it, this boss? So let's move back again. It is possible to avoid that attack, but it's not easy. His V-beam can be quite nasty, but you can interrupt it. Right, let's just switch over for a moment to some other characters. Maybe to Himmel. Limmel even. Get some, let's just get some healing going on her. And there we go. And we get the trophy. You might want to kill that guy with phase for his battle trophy. And a nice bunch of experience as well.
This body of mine would still seem to have hidden potential.
Yes, just to clarify what I was talking about then with phase. He has a battle trophy to kill so many unique monsters, which is basically bosses. And you don't have much time to actually get his battle trophy collected for various reasons, which I'm not going to talk about right now. But I do recommend just trying to kill as many bosses as possible, getting the finishing blow with phase wherever you can.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Maybe now I can be of some help to everyone. This feels pretty good, Kay.
Edge, we did it!
Hey, how come Edgy's still mad?
Huh?
Well, honey, I think Edge wanted to be able to save him, you know?
Edge truly is an impressive man, isn't he?
I don't really get it. But I know those rocks are worse than the baddest bad guy. So I'm not gonna be mad at these people anymore, okay?
And you're just as impressive, Limmel.
Let's hurry to the reactor, people. We're gonna shut that tractor beam down and get out of here.
Right!
Filthy, inferior beings. We are taking you with us.
Look out!
Bacchus!
Bacchus, are you alright?
Operation Level C. Repair feasible. I have slightly limited use of my left leg and right arm, but it is not a problem.
Ooh, you big dummy. I was so scared. but thank you, Kay.
You saved our lives.
It is nothing to concern yourselves with. I have only done what should be expected of a comrade.
I see. Can you walk?
Locomotion may prove somewhat difficult, but I will manage.
Don't push yourself. Help me out here, FaZe.
Of course. You are indeed as heavy as you look.
Forgive me, I am in your debt.
Don't worry about it. You saved our lives. This is nothing.
I'm afraid he really is heavy.
That's the weight of our lives, FaZe. Deal with it.
Believe me, I am.
So Bacchus temporarily leaves the party incapacitated, and we once again get control. Now, there's a couple of things worth noting. The first is that you do not want to leave this dungeon until you're absolutely sure you've gone ahead and looted all of the treasures that are located throughout it, because once we leave, we cannot come back. Now, in terms of monster data, well, this is entirely up to you whether you get 100% of all the monster data. The only thing it's really useful for in doing that is all of the monster data can be turned into monster jewels, but in all honesty, there's nothing really that exciting to turn into monster jewels in this particular dungeon. But some people just want to, get 100% on every single monster. Now, you can get the Platinum Trophy on PS4 or the equivalent trophies on other systems. You can get the trophy if you do not get 100% on all the monsters. In order to get the trophy, which is the Monster Master Trophy, you only have to basically bring the monsters up in the list. So, for example, if I just go to the monsters here, Amoros, which was our first boss, he will already count towards getting the PS4 trophy, as will all of these other ones, whether they're 100%, 30%, or 2%, or whatever the case may be. For example, the Dragon Generals, which are located on this particular mothership, are few and far between, and they do actually take a beating to get down. So yes, I could spend 4 or 5 hours and get this to 50 defeated, and get 100% on this, but these carry over to your next playthrough anyway, first of all, and second of all, outside of boasting rights that you've got 100% on the monster data, you don't actually get anything else in terms of trophies or anything, so it's entirely optional whether you decide to go ahead and do this. But when there's monsters that give important monster jewels or powerful monster jewels, when you get 100%, I'll certainly point those out, but there isn't any in this particular dungeon. So it's entirely up to you, but if you do want to get 100%, then now is the time to do it, outside of starting a new playthrough, because as I say, this area is about to be closed off to us. Alright guys, well that's enough rambling for me for today, so we got through the boss there. Let's just go ahead, shall we? I'm going to go ahead and save, and then we'll continue. Now, I was going to finish the episode here, but we'll continue on and just get out of the mothership, because we do just have some cutscenes to get through, which I'd rather do now rather than at the start of the next episode. One other thing to add as well, you'll notice talking about the monster data, which we was a moment ago, that bosses only give you 30%. Now, technically, the way you're supposed to build these up is by multiple playthroughs, but there's actually something you can do. All of your monster data carries over for every save file you have, including older save files. So if you want, once you've killed a monster, or a boss, sorry, and saved your game, save it as a new save file instead, and then load your old one, and you'll still have the monster data before you killed the boss. So you can kill it again, save again on another save file, load up the old one, and do that multiple times until you've maxed out your monster data for the boss. But again, that's if you want to do so. It is optional. When you're ready, we're going to head out of the eastern exit here, and this is going to take us back to the generator room. And then we just need to interact with the pink exclamation mark, and then we need to get ready to sprint.
I'm finished here.
Me too.
Then this should do it.
Generator shutdown confirmed.
And the tractor beam is down. It's a success.
Now what?
I don't know. We just shut down the generator, so there shouldn't be...
Allow me to investigate. Limmel, would you mind climbing down for a moment?
Okay.
I have detected the activation of an emergency power system. A countdown to warp seems to have been initiated.
A countdown to warp? Huh?
It would appear to be an emergency evacuation system built into the Cardionon mothership.
Evacuation? To where?
I'm unable to locate the preset coordinates in my database. I believe it is uncharted space, to which no established routes exist.
And at this rate, we'll be taken along with it when the countdown ends.
Yes, and if we are cast away into such uncharted space, there is an exceedingly high probability that we will never be able to return.
Wait, what?
Please do not worry. My search of our surroundings shows an emergency bypass up ahead. Please use it to escape and return to your ship.
Bacchus, you're not...
As you can see, my present condition will not allow rapid movement. Please, forget about me, and go quickly.
Do you really think we're going to leave you?
With your assistance, I have successfully fulfilled my duty. I have no particular regrets.
What?
No, Baki. You're coming with us, Kay.
Please, don't concern yourselves. It's not as if I'm going to die.
Even if not, you'll still never be able to return, correct?
That might as well be death!
Mr. Edge, I believe you are the ranking officer among all those present. It is your duty to make a realistic decision for yourself and your crew. Please think rationally. What you see before you is nothing more than broken scrap. Feel free to cast it aside, without any feelings of guilt.
No, don't be ridiculous! You aren't scrap to us at all. You sacrificed your own safety to save our lives. You're our friend.
Miss Raimi. No, it is not to be. Please release my hand and hurry.
No, I won't. We're getting out of here together, and that's final.
I'm helping too. I don't want to lose a friend. I would be so sad, Kay.
Limmel.
You'd better just give up, Bacchus. Once my old childhood pal and this little girl here get going, there's really no stopping them.
I think it would be best if we all leave together, don't you? And I believe you said it yourself.
Only doing what should be expected of a comrade, was it? This might get a little bumpy, but you can deal with it, right?
He's rather sturdy. I think he can deal with it.
You... what do you think you're trying to...
All right, we're out of time. Make a dead run for the countless people, and don't let go of our friend here.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Between you and Mr. Crow, I've certainly met some outrageous people lately. Not that I'm complaining.
Right then, so get ready now, guys, because we do need to basically move it. And we do have quite a few more cutscenes. But for now, we are just going to have to keep pressing that sprint button. It's a linear journey. But as we go through here, the doors are going to be closing on us. And if we fail to get through the bulkheads before they shut, then we're going to get thrust into battle. But we don't actually get game over or anything. Once we've completed the battles, the doors will be open again.
Just a little further. Keep going, people.
Kay.
I'm fairly certain the next bulkhead is the last one.
Come on, this is it. The final stretch.
Oh no. It's gonna close.
Enough already. Put me down at once and go.
I thought we'd been through this.
Don't make us waste our breath with your nonsense, Bacchus. Huh?
Why are you stopping? You'll be trapped here as well.
Who are you?
Huh. You're not the red-haired man after all.
Huh?
I wonder who that was.
It looks like she used a lightning symbol.
I don't think she was a Cardianon.
Red-haired man. Did she mean...
I'm afraid I can only see the ceiling, and thus am at a loss to fully digest the current situation. But I believe we had best hurry.
That's right! Move it, people!
Okay, so after that cutscene, we're pretty much home and dry now. We're in the final area and we just need to make our way up, so we can use the save point, but we've only got a few more cutscenes to watch in here and then another save point anyway.
It disappeared.
It warped, Limmel, along with all the Grigori's secrets.
The Cardianon were conducting acts of aggression through use of the Grigori. That cannot be condoned.
But... if there were no Grigori, the Cardianon would have evolved normally. They wouldn't have invaded Lemuris. If there were no Grigori...
The Grigori are gone. The Cardianon said it himself, remember? It was their final epiphany.
Yeah, but...
Edgy, nothing like what happened to my home will ever happen again. That's all that matters, Kay.
Limmel... You're right. I guess we actually were able to protect Lemuris this time.
We were. I'm really glad.
Edge, you haven't done a single thing wrong since you took command. I think you should try trusting yourself for a change. Just let yourself be Edge. Good old Edge. Okay?
You've got to be optimistic, right?
Yeah, we do. I'm counting on you guys, all right?
Kay.
Mr. Crow, the friend of whom you were so proud truly is a straight arrow. Being with him and his crew, it makes warmth radiate throughout even my cold steel body.
Okay, so we are actually free from the Cardianon mothership now, and it has warped off on its own adventures, and we're back on the Calnus and ready to proceed with the story. So what we're going to do is speak to Bacchus here, and he's going to give us a fair bit of dialogue, quite frankly, but basically he's going to be telling us that we need to head over to N2. So that is going to become our next story destination, but first of all, like I say, we just need to get through this dialogue, so just pause it if you want to read it. If not, just skip ahead 30 seconds or so. Right, so once we've gone through the dialogue, it becomes an option for us to travel to from the launch menu here. But before we go to N2, we're going to be doing some other bits and bobs at some of the previous locations. In particular, a bunch of new quests have popped up over in the village of Woodley. So we'll go and take a visit over there. But I'm going to finish off this episode now, guys. So thanks for stopping by today. Please don't forget to leave a like if you've enjoyed watching. That does support me. Thank you very much. And I'll see you in the next episode. Till then, goodbye.